Hello friends and enemies, welcome to or back to Happy For Now. It's me, Isabel, here with my April reset. It is a new month, thank goodness. Obviously this is coming out like the day 2 of April, but this still counts. We're still at the beginning. Just the way everything fell. This is how it worked out. But I am so excited for a new month because March was a lot, to say the least. I am fueled up on Diet Coke right now because that's what I need to get through the day, personally. But a big just like preamble, talk about what's going on in April, or what was going on in April. If you're new here, you don't know this. My dad currently has dementia. Currently. I say that like it's curable. It is not curable, obviously. And he was going to have a surgery this month. So I had prepped a bunch of content in preparation to be down with my mom, helping take care of him, and not really being home and able to make content here at least. I mean, I can make content when I'm at their house. I just wanted to like alleviate as much as I could off of my own shoulders. So I did a lot of prep to find out right before the beginning of April that the surgery he's having is being moved. We don't know when yet. We don't know what's going on quite yet. So I'm continuing forward with my plan that I already had for April, in which I'm not vlogging any weekly vlogs. You will be getting themed vlogs from me in May on. So those themed vlogs will get filmed this month to come out later this year. Not like all of this year, but like for a couple months here. I'm gonna have a couple themed vlogs that I film and bank. And yeah, so I've basically prepped almost an entire month's worth of content at this point. And I've got a video coming to you later this month about how I prepped so much content and what I did to do this and like strategies for doing so. And here we are. It's April 1st as I'm filming this and plans changed. And it's okay because we're gonna take advantage of it to continue to be a little bit ahead in May and things like that. So you are going to have a lot of recommendation videos coming at you in April because that is what you can pre-film easily, and some other fun things, updated buzzwords, fun stuff like that. I'm really excited for it, to be honest with you. And I'm really excited for some of the themed vlogs I'm planning that you'll see in May. Like, not all of them, but at least 1 or 2 are coming in May. So I'm really, really excited. And then in May, I'll be back to weekly vlogging, but having those extra themed vlogs kind of ready. I should be able to then like take some breaks and do some other themed vlogs is what I'm hoping. So April's gonna kind of be a weird month over here. So there's not a lot happening. First up, we have kind of my lives, read-alongs, podcasts and all that. I am participating in the Throne of Glass / Sarah J. Maas read-along with Bethany and a bunch of other amazing creators. And I'm not having a great time revisiting the series so far. I did not enjoy my reread of Throne of Glass, so it'll be interesting to see how this goes. This is part of why I'm doing it, is I wanted to see how I feel about it now. God, 5 years later since I last read it and have read so many other things. So I'm very curious. I don't know. I don't have the exact date for that one yet. So I don't know if I'll be there or not. Because again, I have a lot of things in limbo in April. Members, you've gotten the schedule for the month of April already. So we do have one member sprint scheduled for tomorrow night. If you're watching this today, it comes out on April 2nd. Other member sprints will be scheduled as the month continues and I know more. I should know more soon. But yeah, it's kind of, I'm just like in this weird limbo now. And I'm like, well, I did all this work. I'm not gonna change it. That's a lot of work to change it. The other thing is 30 and 30 is happening this month of April and I'm so freaking excited. I have a great manga TBR picked out. I'm really pumped to just read a bunch of my manga. There's the one perk of the change is I should be able to read more of my physical books than I originally planned to be able to for 30 and 30, and maybe I actually can do 60 and 30. My main goal right now is 30 and 30. Chaos. You'll see in my wrap up. I didn't read a ton of it in March even. But yeah, 30 and 30 is happening. We'll talk about that as we get to my TBR here. The other thing I'll note is members to this month's book club pick is 7 Year Slip and King Camp. So 7 Year Slip and King Camp, I've actually read both before. So May will be vlogging those for me and talking about them with y'all, and I will also be in the chat talking about them. I may also reread them, we'll see. Okay, let's talk about Read What You Own. So if you're not aware, obviously I'm trying to read what I own down a good bit. Now that doesn't mean I'm gonna hit 0 ever, but I would just like to feel like I have a manageable number of books to read still. But I also never want to not have a TBR. It's a weird balance. Either way, I have an update for you. And this month, I'm proud of myself because not only did I go to a Barnes & Noble that was closing, I got a good bit of books that were 50% off. I still managed to come out net positive of reducing my TBR in March. So first up, I read 23 books, and this is higher than the amount of books I read because like sometimes I read a book that I have on audio, ebook, and they have various places, right? So that helps. I unhauled 27 books. So I went through and cleaned out my Kindle library again and just started marking things as read that I have no interest in and putting them in a folder. And then I hauled a total of 51 things. Oops. It's fine. So yeah, I hauled 51 books in March. You'll see that in my manga log. Then I did DNF 2 things total on my shelf already, so that's a win as well. I tried them, didn't like them, DNF'd it. So I'm really happy with myself. I would like to quarterly do a clear out of books on my Kindle kind of thing, like I did at the end of March, where I just go through and delete some of the things that have been sitting on there a long time, looking at some of my oldest titles, just kind of scrolling through. Maybe I read a little bit of it, but not enough to like track it, and it's just like, I'm not interested in this, read the summary, not interested, away it goes. So I'm trying to do that at least once a quarter this year, and that's helping. And we're coming up soon on the first round of free books I got in a Stuff Your Kindle Day sale that will get removed from my Kindle basically if I decide, if I haven't read them by then. I think the first round is in like June. I think June's the first round that I'm like gonna be removing from my Kindle, but I need to go double check myself later. But either way, this is a win. Progress-wise, I'm at about 63 out of 200 towards my goal of reading 200 things I already own. Now, obviously, I'm getting pretty close to halfway. If I hit halfway by the end of the year, I'm going to up that goal to like 350-ish, to 350 to 400-ish. I will be thrilled if I manage to reduce my TBR by 400 books this year, because it's not just me reading it, right? It's me DNFing, me just saying I don't want this anymore. That would be an amazing win. Arc-wise, in April is like, April has a ton of books coming out that I'm curious about, but I don't have a ton of arcs to read. So I have 3 arcs total now for the month of April. First up, we have Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. I have this as an arc. I'm working through it right now. I'm just not reading a ton with my eyeballs. And then what I am reading, I'm like devouring in a day. It's very weird. This has been a very weird reading month. But yeah, I have that. And then I just got 2 more from my Libro FM ALC program. So I got How to End a Love Story by Yulin Kang. I think that's how you say that. This has been recommended to me by multiple members in my Discord. And I've just heard nothing but good things. So I'm really, really excited to have the audio of this. I'm really pumped to listen to it. And then I also got Funny Story by Emily Henry, which of course I'm going to read. This one I'm actually kind of intrigued by because I do think it has a setup that I'm more interested in than her previous books. Previously, I would say Book Lovers is my top pick for Emily. And this one sounds like it could possibly be better than Book Lovers was for me. All right, let's talk about my potential reads. Because that's all, like, this is a very short month. It's fine. Anyways, let's talk about my potential book reading for the month of April. I about said February. It is not February. For the month of April, let's talk about books. So I'm going to mood read in April. That means I have a handful of things. A handful of things outside those arcs that I would like to read this month. One thing is I am finishing my damn Pucking Around annotation. I'm so close. The problem, I know what happened. So I put it in a book sleeve. This is so dumb, but it's so ADHD of my brain. Like, this is just like full demonstration of how object permanence works sometimes. Put it in a book sleeve, pins all the things with it, set it down. Forgot it was there. Continue to forget it's there. So I am going to be finishing that up this month. That's actually probably going to be one of my early reads that'll probably be one of the earlier things I pick up in April. Because I would kind of really like to read Pucking Wild in April, because I know in June, end of June, we're getting Pucking Sweet. So I think I want to like get through book 2 so I'm ready for book 3. And also like I've just been sitting on it and I need some stuff that brings me joy, and these books bring me a lot of joy. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I love it and it just brings me a lot of joy like I want. I'm also hoping to read That Time I Took Down a Cult by Rebel Carter. This just came out and I'm really, really curious about it. She did a bet with Kimberly Lemming because they're friends. And basically Kimberly made the cover for this. It sounds really fun. She escapes a cult and takes it down with her like demon husband. This sounds great. I don't know. I love everything about it. So I'd like to read this. I also am hoping to pick up some more Omegaverse because I've been enjoying Omegaverses lately. I've really been enjoying like over-the-top books, kind of, in various genres. So that's kind of where I'm leaning. We'll see where I go. The other thing, one of the themed reading vlogs, I'm going to give you a hint, and I'm curious if anyone will guess it down below. I'm going to read for the first time ever a very popular YA romance series. I would love to know people's guesses because I'm very, very curious if anyone's going to guess it. So that will be coming out in early May. But I am going to be reading a very popular YA romance series that I've never read before. And I'm really, really curious to see what I think of it. I don't see myself DNFing it. I do think I'm going to enjoy it. So I'm going into this with like good intentions. Obviously not intentions to like trash a book or hate it. So there's that. And then last but not least, I'm starting part 1 of my Psy Trinity read through. So I'm going to read the first 4 books. I'm going to start on it. I don't know how many of them I will read in April, but I'm going to read at least the first book for that series, if not the first 2, and then maybe in May I'll do 2 more, and then just kind of 2 more until like 2 a month maybe, until the newest one comes out in June or July, because I think we're going to be up to 8 books, give or take, so we'll see how this goes. But yeah, that is tentatively the plan. All right, let's talk about manga. So obviously I have a ton of manga that I want to read for 30 and 30. I'm not going to give you a full TBR like of 30 volumes I'm going to read because I also want to, again, read my way a little bit through. But priority 1 is going to be catching up on Apothecary Diaries. I have volumes 9 through 11 to read. I've already pulled out 9. I've literally got 10 and 11 pulled out over here. Like, top priority to read these. I'm also going to read volume 9 of Imakoi. This is the final volume. I'm excited and sad it's ending. So I don't think it's surprising that I've kind of put it off, but not put it off. Like, I don't know. I'm ready to say goodbye, but I'm not ready to say goodbye. And then one of my other things I want to do is I want to read one of the manhwas I have. So I am between 2 of them, and I would love for y'all to tell me which one you think I should read. So I have Business Proposal. I also have What's Wrong with Secretary Kim. These would count for 30 and 30. And I'm just trying to like push myself to read these because I feel like I just let them sit on my shelves and linger instead of reading them. No better than what I would do, honestly, if I read them digitally. I would read about half of it and then just fall off the face of the earth and be like, oh crap, I need to finish that series. So which manhwa do you want to see me read in my 30 and 30 vlog? Because that is happening. I will be vlogging 30 and 30 with each volume I read. So yeah, let me know priorities there or preferences. But yeah, that is kind of it for April right now. I will be back twice this month with current reads, so I will do one around like the middle of the month and towards the end of the month where I tell you everything I've read so far in April. That isn't a secret project probably, or maybe I will, who knows, I might spill the beans in those. I haven't decided yet, but yeah, I'll do that. At the beginning and the end of the month we'll talk about everything I've read for those like 2-week periods, and then I will be back in May with like my usual highs, lows, surprises. I'm kind of just hoping this gives me a nice little relaxation break and a de-stressor, because I do feel, I don't know, there's a lot of anxiety is the best way I can put it that I'm feeling, but things are gonna be fine. It's really not that huge of a deal. It's all gonna be fine, more than likely. So I would love to hear about your April reading plans. If there's anything you think I should prioritize that I mentioned over something else, let me know. Let me know if you're participating in 30 and 30, all that good stuff. If you don't want to do any of that, leave me a tulip emoji in the comments. I am just so happy for spring and like some warm weather. Not happy for the storms because it is storm season full blown in Tennessee, but it's fine. All right, you can do that down below. I will have links to everything I talked about for you, links to my friend anywhere on the internet, and I will talk to y'all in just a few days. Bye.
Already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get